guys, I'm the Metal Jesus, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to talk about my equipment that I use for my YouTube channel, specifically some of it that I've upgraded over the last year. I have 4 things I'm going to talk about in this video that I think you guys are going to be pretty interested to learn about, because maybe you are a YouTube creator yourself, or maybe you're just curious kind of how all this stuff works. I'm going to show you the 4 things I've upgraded in the last year, and it's made a difference certainly on the back end, and you're going to see the benefits of that going forward. But before we get started though, there's 2 things I want to mention. One, this is all possible because of Patreon and the people who contribute to Patreon, and I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are the reason why I'm able to do YouTube as a career. It still blows my mind every single day, and so I want to thank you guys. So, you know, you guys make it possible for me to pay my bills and also upgrade the equipment. And I thank you very much. The next thing I want to mention too is just that none of this is sponsored. These are the models that I've chosen. I've done my research and looked into. I am going to include links down in the description below. There is one thing that was donated to my channel, but again, I wasn't paid for the sponsorship, and I was actually thrilled to talk about it. So you're going to see that in a bit. The first thing I want to talk about is right there. I am looking at it right now. I recently upgraded my camcorder to a Sony, let me see if I can get the model right. It's a Sony FDR-AX53 4K camcorder. Yes, so I am now shooting in 4K. This video right here is actually being shot in 4K. And I know a lot of people are really interested in 4K and wondering, okay, is it too early to do this? What's the benefit? For me, the benefit is huge. See, most of my videos are actually edited and uploaded in 1080p, which is what most people have in their homes. This is a 1080p HD television right behind me here. It does not do 4K. However, when I am editing video, I am always cropping and zooming. Even in videos like this, like if Kinsey was standing here and maybe we're a little bit off center or whatever, I can while editing, zoom in and crop that. I do that all the time. The problem though is that if you're shooting at native 1080p or 1080i, whatever, when you crop and zoom, you essentially are losing resolution. It makes everything look kind of pixelated. It's not that great. And so 4K gives you a lot more room to do that. You can also do some other tricks, like you can pretend that there's another camera there by doing these great zooms and stuff like that. But in general, 4K is the future, and this camera, I did some research, has some great features, really high quality, does some great low light stuff. The other thing it does is this. So that is a real-time stream to my iPad via their app. Now, why this is important is because I am a one-man show. Sometimes my wife will come down here and help me set up the camera. But if you are a content creator like me, you are very familiar with this ritual where you'll set up the camera, maybe you'll turn the little viewfinder, you'll kind of look to see if maybe you're in frame, or, you know, especially for me because I'm so tall, sometimes my head will get cut off when someone else is a little bit shorter, hence the box. But it can be a real pain in the butt to kind of get it. I'm running back and forth and all the time. This allows me to control it from a tablet or a phone. And it's really slick. Essentially what the camera does is it creates a Wi-Fi network that your device connects to. So it's connected via Wi-Fi, and then you just launch the app and you can control all sorts of functions, including starting, stopping, zooming, but frankly, just to see if it looks correct. So that's a huge feature for me. So I'm pretty happy with this camera. Now I'm gonna keep my old one because sometimes I do shoot 2 cameras, sometimes even 3. So it's always good to have the variety. But going forward, this is gonna be my main camera. And another thing to look forward to is that I'm going to rearrange my game room a lot. You may have noticed some things changing over here. That's going to be, I'm actually going to push into the area that's behind me here and basically double the size. What that means for you is that I'm going to be shooting a new game room tour, probably, around November or December, something like that. But it'd be cool to shoot it in 4K. at the highest resolution so you can see all that detail if you happen to have a computer screen that'll do it, or your television. So be looking for that. The next big update I did was working on my lights. Now originally I had two soft boxes that had traditional 500 watt bulbs in there. So there's two 500 watt bulbs, and that makes this space incredibly warm. Imagine 1,000 watts blaring down on you for sometimes, half an hour, 40 minutes at a time. It would heat up this room like nobody's business, especially during the summer. And actually, a lot of my videos, if you pay close attention, either myself or one of my guests will be sweating. So I knew that was something that I wanted to fix going forward. And so basically, I looked into and bought they're LED lights. Specifically, they're called Aperture, and I believe the model number is LS1C. There's a couple different models of those, and you want to be careful when you're shopping for them. The ones I bought, they're not cheap, but I wanted really good quality lights. Specifically when it comes to LEDs right now, there's a couple of really great advantages of them. One, they're cool to the touch. They get a little bit warm, but nowhere near like traditional bulbs. But these lights have a really cool feature, and that is it comes with this little control device that basically allows you to set the color temperature. And by that I mean basically the color range. So right now they're set to 3500, which I think is called tungsten, which is a little bit more of a softer yellow look. It's what I actually really like in my game room. Also, these lights right here and up here are also the same color temperature. Same as that back here. Everything has got this kind of warm, soft look to it, which is what I really like. But these also can be dialed up to I think it's called, outside temperature, or like 5,000, which is that kind of more blue. It almost looks more like a cafeteria look, It's not something I really like in my videos. However, with this light, I can now take it over to other people's house, like for instance, Reggie's house or Anna's house, where maybe they have a little bit more outdoor light coming in, and my lights can match that and make a very nice uniform look. And I've used that quite a bit, so it's very nice. Another thing that's really cool too is that if you get multiple of them, you can actually tie them together and then control it all with a remote. So again, you don't have to run back there and mess with them. You can actually control the brightness and the color temperature with a remote. That's pretty handy. The next thing that I got that has been really handy is a teleprompter, specifically when Kinsey and I do that video series called This Week in Retro. So when I was originally thinking about doing that video series, I wanted to be able to do it right. And I knew that we couldn't just wing it with so much news, so many facts, so many things we had to get right. So I knew that there was going to be a script involved in doing those really short videos. It's actually quite a bit of effort and research that goes into making a 3-minute script. You'd be surprised. But a teleprompter just makes that so easy. So actually, they're not that expensive. The one that I got was about $150, and it's really cool. You basically just put the camcorder right behind the glass, and when Kinsey is in front of it, she doesn't see that. She actually sees the lettering. And the way that works is it uses an iPod or a tablet. So you download their app, and essentially you take the text on it and you copy it over to the app, and then it just basically displays on the glass. It's actually really handy. However, what's even cooler than that is that the app uses the microphone on the iPad to do speech recognition and auto advances the text. So as she's speaking, the iPad hears that and then is scrolling the words for her.
Hey guys, I'm Kinsey reporting in for MetalJesusRocks, covering This Week in Retro.
But let me tell you, it's like amazing. So that's definitely a really cool upgrade that I did recently. And then finally, I want to talk about headphones. So for those of you who have been watching my channel for a while, you know that audio is a really big deal for me because I actually went to college for audio production. So I went to the University of Washington for that. And then right after that, I also got a job working in a recording studio here in Seattle. in that recording studio, that's where I learned about the Sony Professional series of headphones. And for the past decade, I've been using those pretty much on every video that I do for YouTube. They're really great headphones, but I've had them for, gosh, maybe it's been almost 15 years. Great headphones, but they are falling apart. And just about the time I was looking for some new headphones, a company contacted me called Meze. It's M-E-Z-E. And they asked me if I wanted to review or check out their headphones. And, I'm always skeptical because there's a lot of different headphones out there. And I was going to be looking for something that is really good. If I'm going to buy a pair of headphones, it's not going to be a $50 pair. It's going to be $100 plus. So they sent them to me, and here they are. So this is the 99 Classic series. And first of all, you'll notice how freaking beautiful they are. That's because they're actually made of, there's this layer of wood here, and they're just stunningly beautiful. But who cares, right? I mean, honestly, as beautiful as these are, it has to be the audio. And again, this is not sponsored. They didn't pay me for this, but these headphones blow me away. These are audiophile quality headphones, and they are not cheap. But if you are looking for a pair for yourself, if it's time to upgrade your headphones, or buy some for, like, say, a music lover in your family, these are amazing. I'm not kidding. So I've had these for a while now. I took a trip to Arizona with them on the airplane coming back. They sound incredible. They have great high end. They have amazing low end. Everything just sounds in perfect balance. Like, I listen to rock, metal, but also like jazz from the 50s. Yeah, it's amazing. So I know I sound like a salesperson, but I'm blown away by those headphones. So if you're looking for a pair, definitely check them out. I use them for every video going for the past couple months, actually. So they're gonna be my #1 headphones. So anyways, that is the equipment upgrades I've done for my channel. I will put links down below in the video description for you guys if you wanna check these out or maybe buy some for yourself. Also, I'm sure you guys will have plenty of questions about some of the other equipment that I use making these videos. So please post a comment down below and I'll try to answer as many as possible. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching my channel. Thanks for subscribing, and take care. At the end here, I want to give a huge shout out to an awesome guy named Josh, who created this background that you're looking at right here and the other ones that I've used at the end of my videos. Josh is a professional animator out of Canada. He is, I guess he's in Nova Scotia, and he just makes some of the coolest, most disgusting, kick-ass art. Oh my God, I love using this in my videos. So if you like this type of stuff, definitely go check out mushfacecomics.com. You won't be disappointed.